Hey, before I forget, thank y'all so much. We finally hit 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. Clap it up. That was crazy because I'm alone recording this video, so clapping was crazy. But we're at 1,005 subscribers right now, right? As you can see down below, right, we're almost there to getting our 4,000. We're really close, right? We're more than halfway there. Thank y'all for watching my videos. Continue to watch my videos. Let's get back to why we're really here. Okay, the day you've been waiting for is finally here. We finally did it. After 45 days of season 1, we have completed all 30 playbooks. All right, I'm ready to review it for the drop of season 2 for y'all. I even did something special for y'all. If you go to my Discord, the link will be down in my bio below. If you go to my Discord, I made an Excel sheet of all my playbooks, right? Ranking them from S to F tier, giving a grade from 50, I think was the lowest, to 96 was the highest, right? I listed all the plays for every playbook for the ones I made videos on and the ones I did not make videos on because they just were not that good. Giving you all the plays. Most of them are in order from like when you go to like click your playbooks from like top to bottom, just going down that line, except for my playbooks. My first 8 playbooks on my YouTube, I was just going through. If it's not live gameplay, I did not get the playbooks in order. I was just going through like practice range for those. But if it's a live gameplay or there's no video on it, it's in order. So let me show you what I mean in my Discord. Okay, I put it in my Discord for one of two reasons. One, I wanted more people in my Discord. Oh, selfish of me, yada, yada, whatever. But if you don't care about any notifications and you're just here for the Excel download, right, please don't just leave the Discord because having people and just building community in the Discord is great. Right, you can just come top left, right? You can always just go to the notifications and mute everything, right? You can suppress everything you don't care about, right? Every Discord channel I'm in, I have muted unless like I need to go in there for a specific reason. So you can do the same in mine. But when you come down to my Discord, right, you see my streaming stuff. When I'm live, VCs, you got all my streaming socials, right? When I'm live on Twitch, will be posted. When I post a new YouTube video, as my last one, they upload immediately when I do it on my Discord. If you want that notification, you can do that as well, right? Same with Twitch, right? But then I made a 2K26 drop down for my team, Park, Rec, all-star team up in my team if we ever have people like that. Just chatting if you want to post your best clips of whatever you've done, right? You need help on anything. Recommendations for new videos. If you need help on anything or you want a video to be made, I can do that as well. But then you come right here. You have the playlist tier list, playbook tier list, right? It's in Excel, right? You click on it. It's going to take you to my Google Share Drive of all of this, right? This will be blurred. Sorry, but you got to watch the video. But as you can see, drop down, you see all the plays are done, right? All the plays, all 30, right? I think they're in order as well, right? But then if we go over here, you can slide over it. It's blurred, but then I have YouTube clips that will take you directly to my YouTube videos of the ones that are made. I think the top half of the playbook is made. As you can see, it takes you immediately to that. So if you need all that. And then I gave y'all comments. I gave review notes on every playbook, all 30 playbooks that I did. Review notes, and then I gave strengths and weaknesses as well next to the plays. I even told you if the playbook was fast, slow, average, or if it was like fast to slow, average to slow, yada yada, overall for how the playbook is. Gave a score from 50 to 100, and then a tier ranking from S to F, and then the playbook name all next to it. Just for y'all, this is the first time I've done it in my playbook series. I plan to add more in the future, but this is just a stepping stone. Please let me know what else you would like to see added in this. I'm not going to do, this is a 3-point look. This is a 3-point look. This is a pick and roll. That's just too much time and commitment for just me alone. But most of these plays are 3-point looks. That's just how I play 3-point looks. Or it's a double pick and roll that have the cutter cut to the basket for an easy 2. But most of these plays are going to get you open in a 5 out, double screens, right? Quick looks, and a lot of screens to help you get open if you don't want to just do the pick and roll cheese the whole game, which I don't like. So I enjoy these playbooks. I think they're better to me for just having fun. But let's get into the tier list. That's why we're here. Okay, sorry for the long start to the video, 4 minutes or so. But if you're still here, thank y'all for the love. Let's get into it. All right, we're just going to go in order. We got the Hawks. I did this playbook, made a video on it, looked really good at the moment. But after doing all 30 plays, it's not that good. All right. It's not that good. I thought it was really good. This is my hometown team, right? It may have just been, I'll give you a backstory. Every playbook I did, I played around 5 to 7 games with the playbooks after I got the plays finalized. I did most of it in salary cap, some in showdown, just kind of depended. But they weren't getting me open. They weren't good plays, right? If I had to if I had to do the play multiple times and they're guessing it, I just didn't think it worked out. For the Hawks, it was just too slow of a startup against online competition, no matter the motion style. So this will be the first in our F tier. Sorry to say, love the Hawks, but that's just kind of how it is, right? Then we move on to the Celtics, right? This playbook, if you were here last year for 2K25, this playbook was butter. Top five. Top five playbook was the Celtics. This year, it's not good at all. I don't think it's that good at all, right? There are some plays. Every playbook has plays in it, but it's F. It's just not good, in my opinion, right? It's just not a good playbook. You could find so many other playbooks better than the Celtics and the Hawks. Right? That's just my opinion right now, right? If just the play speed was changed since I first reviewed these plays to now, but as of right now, I would not use it. All right, then we get to the Nets. I didn't make a video on this playbook. This playbook surprised me a lot. All right. I didn't think it was going to be good because last year was not that good, but this playbook is fast, right? It's fast. It's good. And some of the plays had my people guessing, not me, had the people I was playing against guessing of what I was going to do next. A lot of good plays in this playbook. So we're going to give it 8. Sorry. We're going to give it 8 tier. It's top in the 8 tier, right? It's top. Then we go to the Hornets, right? Another one that in 2K25 was goated. As of right now, it's trash. It's not good. It's not worse. It's not as bad as these ones, but it's just not something I would recommend using. The Hornets playbook, I said it was average speed, and there's only 7 plays, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 7 plays, but that's not enough plays for me to run personally online, so that's why it's in C tier. If it had more plays, like if someone else finds more plays, you could move it up to like a B tier, but off of 7 plays, I can't just run 7 plays the whole game and hope to surprise my opponent, because after running 4 plays in so many quarters, you kind of get to know what the plays are going to be. So that's why it's C tier, right? Then we go to the Bulls, right? Another good playbook. We made a video on it. I love this playbook. It is really goated. It is the first one we're going to put in the S tier. The double screen plays in this playbook alone, top tier. I love it. It's just all around a great playbook. I use this playbook in King of the Court in my shutdown games. It's a really good playbook, right? If you haven't watched the video on it, click that link in the Excel and watch it now. Then we're into the Cavs. There's 3 plays that I wrote down for the Cavs playbook. 3 plays, and none of them were 3-point looks. It is very slow. It may be the worst of the F tier playbooks. I will not lie to you. There's just not enough to talk about for this playbook, right? As of right now, I would not use it. Then, I don't know. 3 years in a row, the Mavericks playbook has stayed consistent of how I view this playbook. It may just don't shoot the messenger. I don't know how it's going to be in 2K26, but this playbook as of now, S tier. It is S tier, right? It is S tier, and there's no debate about it. Did I rank it higher than the Bulls? I did. I said this was 0.1 to 0.2 better than the Bulls playbook in my mind for S tier, right? You may agree, you may disagree, but I gave it S tier, right? I didn't make a video. I did make a video on it. It had 13 plays in my YouTube video, but then I review these plays after the videos too, and I found more plays for this Mavericks playbook. I think we got to like 17 plays, 18 plays. I didn't have enough. There's 3 plays or so that I didn't go into when I did the video reviewing this for Excel. It's a goated playbook. I would definitely check it out again if you have not. Then we get to the Nuggets. I made a video. I was trying to do a video for somebody because they wanted to use this for my career. This playbook is just not good for online play. Some of these playbooks that are B tier and below, you can use them in my career or offline modes or whatever if you really want to because you love the team. But it's just not a good playbook to use online. That's my personal preference, right? You can do whatever you want if you're a grown adult or a kid. I don't care once you get this information. But I said this playbook, even though I don't think it's good online, it's still C. Like, it's not F. F is just like, if you're using these playbooks in F, I don't know what's going on with you. Don't use F tier. You can get away with using the C's and the B's if you really want to. I would recommend not using it, right? Same thing with the Pistons. I don't think It's good. I wrote down like 8 plays in it. It's just not good. It's better than the Hornets for sure. Not better than the Nugget. It's just not so many other plays you can use. Then Warriors, another playbook that is consistently good. Every year in 2K, the Warriors playbook, just because they got Curry and whatever, they drop some crazy plays. It is A. Would I say you could give it S? Yes, you could almost give it S tier if you really wanted to. The playbook, it's just depending on the speed because it's such. The Warriors playbook is average to fast, so it's just kind of how you view it if it's worth it, in my opinion, right? Because some of the plays are average, but then if those ones that ramp up to fast, they be cooking, and I love it for that reason, right? Then we get to the Houston Rockets. Another playbook I loved early on that I found just randomly that I said, and still is, an A tier playbook. This is a really good playbook. I think it is better than the Nets by a little bit. By a little bit, it is better than the Nets, right? It's better by a little bit. Then we move on to the Pacers, who I said was it's slow. It uses up a lot of the shot clock, which is not good for online play. Because if I'm using these plays after a made basket or a rebound or whatever, so as soon as I call the play when I'm bringing the ball up the court, I want to be ready, set, we're going. There's a lot of passing and a lot of these plays in the Pacers, so it's not good. But it's not F. It's usable, but I would not use it now that I'm done with these videos. I would not recommend it. Right? Same thing with the Clippers. Clippers, it looked good early on, but there's just so many playbooks better than the Clippers that you can use. Right? Some people love the Clippers playbook. I love the 2x3 play the Clippers playbook had last year. I haven't seen it in a single current playbook this year. I haven't seen anything that resembles that play, and that was my favorite play. But as of now, it's our first B minus. It's our first B minus, right? The B's, it's just kind of preference on how many plays and how fast they were looking. Is kind of how I rank that. Right. Then we move on to the Lakers. Right. We love the Lake Show of nothing but greatness for them this season. The playbook, underwhelming. Underwhelming to say the least. It is slow. It is slow to average speed. A lot of good plays though. So I could say it's better than the Pacers because it is fast, has more plays, but the speed of this playbook is just not good for online competition, and that's just my personal opinion. Sorry. Then we get into the Grizzlies. If I remember correctly, I did say this was a really good playbook. I don't remember if I made a video on it or not. I'm kind of drawing a blank to it. I will not lie to you. But I said it's B plus. You could make an argument that it is A. You could make that argument that it's A because this at an 89, right? I didn't give it the 89.5 to Reek round up, but it's a really good playbook. It is a really good playbook, but the speed has that average to fast, but it's not as creative as that Warriors to make it go up to A, like I see in my mind. But it's 89. That's like the cuff of like you're asking that professor or teacher, help your boy out. Let me get that A. Like it's right there. I'm still gonna use the Grizzlies playbook when I get bored of the other top playbooks because it is that good. It's just not. It's missing that little oomph to make it go to peak. You know what I'm saying? Then we go into a playbook that surprised me because last year this playbook sucked. B. It sucked. It was not good in my opinion. But I said this playbook is A. I reviewed it last. Did make a video on it. No, I did make a video. I don't remember. We can look up. We can scroll over. Did I make a video on this Heat playbook? I did not make a video on. Wait. I did make a video. I lied. I did make a video on the Heat playbook. Then I found more plays for the Heat's playbook. Went kind of crazy. I kind of love it. Heat's playbook top. Would definitely run it. It's in that top 10 category for playbooks. A tier. I don't think it's better than the Warriors. It might be. These three right here, Heat, Rockets, Nets, are interchangeable. in the way I'm thinking in my head of how I rank these three when I gave the details in my Excel of what I really thought of them. Right. Then we get into the Bucks, who I said it looked good at times and it looked bad. It really just came down to personal preference. I think the Bucks, like when I first did the video, it was good. Then I reviewed it again. It looked better. The speed is average though, so it's not as fast as the Grizzlies, but it's average speed. The plays you kind of can remember them. So it's like the Buck playbook is a playbook I could use for shooters and it has a lot of pick plays. So I would say that's really good as well. Right. Then we get into the Timberwolves, who I was told this was a good playbook by, I forgot who told me to review the Timberwolves playbook. I didn't see it. Maybe I need to go look at it again, get a new overview of these plays. Maybe I'm not using them right, but as of right now, it's C tier. It's not better than the Pacers because actually it could be better than the Pacers only because it has a lot more plays. But I just didn't think it played that well online. But it was really repetitive. The plays, like it was a lot of the same double screens from the corner coming up, or the center sets a screen for the shooting guard right to you as when you have point guard, quick low shot. It's like a good player online will recognize these plays are repetitive and they can jump it every time. And then you wasted half your shot clock for the playbook. So I won't use it. Then we go into the Pelicans, which I thought was a really good playbook. It was in my top three early on for these plays. And for right now, it's top of A. Pelicans playbook is top of A for sure to me. For sure, it's top five. Top five. It's top of the A, and there's no debate about it. There's no debate about it that this playbook is not top, is not up to the best A tier playbook. It is. This one in the Warriors, you could argue should move up to S tier, but I feel like S tier is just like you got S tier is only made for 3 to 4 playbooks in my mind. So that's why it's just not an S tier. That's really how it came down to. I think there's only 3 S tier playbooks in my mind. I can remember that I wrote that. Right. Then we go to the Knicks. The Knicks, I said it looked good early on because that was the first playbook I reviewed. Then it got worse. It's really slow compared to these other playbooks. I don't think it's better than the Nuggets in plays, but it was very slow using it online and not in the practice range. So I said C tier. Didn't translate that well to online speed, no matter the motion style I used. So I would say C, not better than the Nuggets. Then we get into the Thunder, who they won an NBA championship, thought they'd have a really good playbook. They did not have a good playbook. It was miserable, to say the least, of using this playbook. So I gave it an F. It's very slow. Would not use. Not worth it. I had 5 plays written down for this playbook. Not worth it. Do not touch unless you were a Thunder's fan. You want to use this playbook. It is 5 plays. I I can't make my mind up. If it does, it has to have double-digit plays for me to even say it's above a B. It's it's just not worth the time. Then we get into the Magic, who I thought was really worth the time because I gave it B first. This one was the king of Bs, B plus, from when I did my video, all that stuff. But looking at it again, I gave it an 89.5. And what does point 0.5 tell us to do? We round up on that motherfucker. So I gave it's the lowest of the A tier, but it'd be the highest of the B plus tier if I moved it back down. But it was just so good. Looking back at it, I had to show it more love and give it that A tier. It needed the love. Then we get into the 76ers, who I said was trash. I didn't even need to look at that. It's so slow. 7 plays, not worth using. Better than the Thunder, maybe better than the Hawks, but just because I love the Hawks, we got to make it number one at being bad for online play, not the team itself. Then we get into the Suns, who I thought was going to be really good because before I used to play online and I would just play career, the Suns playbook was cash money for me in career. When I was a point guard or a power forward, the plays were just cash. Not the case. It's probably the worst, second worst of the C tier. It's just so slow, not really worth your time. Not anything crazy, I would say, to use. Just stay away from the Suns playbook. I really said low, don't even use 8 plays. So you could bump it up. You could say it's up there better than the Pacers just because it has more plays by like one. But I would still say don't use anything that's C or F. Then we get into the playbook, the cream of the crop, the Trailblazers. I said this was the best playbook when I found it for shoot arounds. People were like, ew, it doesn't look that good because I'm using my team against my team play offense and defense. So we're going through screens. But this playbook has stayed the pinnacle of number one throughout all of these reviews. It's not just because I said it was the best playbook. It's not because it has the most views. It's because it's the best freaking playbook, right? You could say the Mavericks and Bulls are up there now because of these playbooks, but the Pelicans and Warriors could easily be, they could easily be like this and honestly knock off the Bulls if we really wanted to get down to it. It's just the Bulls is just faster in speed is really what it comes down to. That's really the difference in how it comes down to it. Then we get into the Kings. The Kings playbook I thought was really good if I remember correctly. I'm going off of memory, right? I've had 3 hours of sleep. It's pretty good. Not anything crazy. It's B. It's B. That's not bad. That's a passing grade. It's B. You can use it. I probably still will use it. But I said average to fast, double screens. It just didn't have enough plays. It has one, two, three, like 9 plays, maybe. I didn't really count it. Like 9 plays. It's almost there to be B plus. So it had a little bit more plays for me to run, but it didn't. So it just goes B. That's how we're gonna do it. And then we get into the Spurs. Wimby. It's not good. I didn't think it was. It's not bad, but it's not like amazingly like jump out the box. Like use this playbook right. It is, which you may say that's crazy that this playbook is here as a B minus because it only has 7 plays. And as you heard me narp on the Pacers, Pistons, Hornets, and Suns for having not that many plays, the plays worked. It's just 7 plays I can't use. And if I find more plays in the Spurs playbook later on, like when I review it again, if I do, it could easily go B, B plus. But the 7 plays I liked, it's just not worth it to run online in a game where people are sweating their butts off to win. Then we get into the Raptors, who I thought was going to be really good, but was not. It's not terrible, but it's not beating the Spurs. It's not beating the Spurs. Even though it has more playbooks, it's average. It's average to fast speed. Same double screens, but they work. They do work. It's a lot of plays that work, but it's the same play over and over again. So I don't like the repetitiveness of it. So I'm not using it. Then we get to the Jazz, right? It's not good. It's it's literally a C tier playbook. I would say it's barely better than the Pacers, barely, but I really said it's just average. Not enough plays. It has less plays than the Pacers, so I can honestly say it's you could put it there for all I care. D tier is really put it wherever you want. And then we get to the Wizard, who has a play, Fist 21 Nash. A couple other playbooks have it, but this playbook was the first one that showed me Fist 21 Nash, and it showed me how cash money that playbook is, right? It's a really good playbook. It's a really good playbook for that play. But I would say the Wizards is the worst of the A tier. And if the Grizzlies gets better by a smidge, you could honestly say that the Wizards and Grizzlies could swap places like that if the Grizzlies playbook exceeds expectations and goes down a little bit. Is that how you could say how it looks right here? Right? Right. So I'm gonna put my things in order from A plus. Actually, we're gonna do the numbers. We're gonna see how good I did off memory and looking at it slightly. Right. Going down the list. Trailblazers, number one. Mavericks barely beating the Bulls. Bulls right there. Pelicans, I said, was the best A tier playbook we had. Barely scraping the barrel of almost making it to S tier. Warriors was next. Then we did Heat. Then I had the Nets here. I had the Nets instead of the Rockets. Rockets. Then we went Wizards. Then we did Magic. Then we did Grizzlies. Then we did Bucks. But the Magic, honestly, 89.5 could be right here as well. It's just how you want to view it. I put it as A tier is 89.5 because I'm rounding up, right? But the rest of the plays that are under B plus or under B minus don't really matter at the end of the day. I personally, as of now, for all the current playbooks I will be using, I will only be trying to not memorize, but know how the plays are going to run for the top B plus. Actually, I'll do B. If the Kings get more plays, I would use them. But these playbooks are the only ones I'm really going to be using for the rest of my team and play online if I get back into that. Right. The Clippers, Spurs, Raptors. If the plays look better, I could use them. But anything in C and F, I don't plan to touch again. Unless one of y'all tells me those plays became amazing. I'll check them out again, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So yeah, but yeah, this is the tier list playbooks. I think it's really good. If you do review these playbooks I put down in the Excel and you find more plays that work, because I thought the Jazz was going to be good, didn't translate online. If you find more plays that work, please comment down below or tell me in my Discord. I'll try them out and I'll add them to the playbook so everybody else can know as well. But overall, this is how it's looking right now. All the easy stuff is done. Hope y'all did watch this video, but thank y'all so much for the love. I'll see you on the next video. As always, Saucy's out. Peace.